If you aspire to cultivate self-discipline, it's worth heeding the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, who ruled as Emperor of Rome from 161 to 180 AD. Considered the last of the 5 good emperors, Marcus Aurelius not only led the empire, but also dedicated time to capturing his personal reflections in what we know today as the Meditations. These writings reveal valuable keys to developing self-discipline, and below we highlight the 10 most impactful insights gleaned from the Roman emperor's insight. Immerse yourself in the world of self-discipline through the words of Marcus Aurelius. First, start your search for purpose. According to Marcus Aurelius, as human beings, what reason is there to complain if we embark on what we were born to do? The Roman emperor urges us to fulfill those things for which we were brought into this world. Was I created to simply curl up under the covers and stay warm? Marcus Aurelius maintains that each of us has a definite purpose, a reason for existing, and it is our duty to realize that purpose. This purpose is what drives us to get up every morning. Clarity in your objectives is crucial. Imagine having a clear understanding of your goals and how your task fits into them. This approach significantly increases the likelihood of achieving those goals. For example, if you find yourself with a flat tire, your purpose is obvious. Change it quickly to continue on your way. You will complete the task no matter how tired you feel. Self-discipline finds its greatest source in having a reason to carry out the task. The key is to start. If you want to be a writer, write every day. If you aspire to be an artist, draw and create daily. Whatever you want to achieve, you don't need any more motivation, research, or advice. Simply start practicing what interests you and face it every day, because it is your purpose that will provide you with an internal desire, drive, and motivation to move towards your goals. Self-discipline lies in finding compelling reasons, committing yourself to seeing your tasks through to the end. Secondly, trust yourself. Following the advice of Marcus Aurelius, transform your desires into solid foundations, satisfy your appetites, and keep your mind focused on itself. Once you have established a solid purpose, it is time to draw up a practical action plan that will lead you towards your goals. Don't just commit to goals, but commit to every small action along the way. Self-discipline manifests itself in the ability to take action, regardless of physical, mental, or emotional state. Everything you want in life, everything you aspire to be and do, depends on your ability to take the necessary actions, whether you feel ready or not. Start by forming an effective action plan with clear deadlines and milestones that break down your goals into manageable chunks. These milestones will allow you to work towards your desired outcome in small chunks and blocks of time. This tactic puts you in the driver's seat, giving you a sense of control over your tasks and projects. Avoiding feeling overwhelmed is crucial, as self-discipline cannot thrive amid procrastination and stagnation. Third, we are introduced to Marcus Aurelius's concept of building your life day by day through actions. The emperor advises you to rejoice at every achievement, since no one can deprive you of it. Despite having a solid purpose and a practical plan, 95% of us do not achieve our goals due to a lack of consistency. The key is to show up daily and put in the effort. The simple action of immersing yourself in your task strengthens mental stamina, develops focus, and embraces the arduous process necessary to achieve greatness. Self-discipline, according to Marcus Aurelius, is the habit of perseverance. Tackling each task again and again, even after occasional failure, builds the path to automatic accomplishment and visible results. One setback, like skipping a day of exercise, doesn't define your character. It is your ability to move forward that makes you a disciplined and strong person. A bad day doesn't have to turn into a bad week, and a bad week doesn't have to turn into a bad year. When you wake up, remember that each new day is a new life. Move forward, open your eyes, and focus on what life itself presents to you. Fourthly, Marcus Aurelius urges us to practice voluntary hardships as part of our daily discipline. The emperor advises us to start with small things and progress to larger challenges. If you experience a headache, practice refraining from cursing. If you feel ear pain, avoid complaining intensely. It's not about not expressing discomfort, but about not complaining excessively. Voluntary difficulty, according to Marcus Aurelius, is a way of building self-discipline by constantly submitting ourselves to tests. This practice involves routinely making life uncomfortable in some way, preparing ourselves to truly confront it when necessary. It could include actions like skipping a meal, spending a night hungry, taking a cold shower, abstaining from smoking, sleeping on the floor, leaving your jacket at home on a cold, rainy day, or donating half your clothes to an organization. Beneficial. Even choose to disconnect from social media for a few days, or put your smartphone aside. By doing this regularly, you will begin to understand what scarcity and hardship feel like, showing yourself that you can live with both if necessary. Fifth, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to practice the dichotomy of control, recognizing that you have power over your mind, not over external events. The emperor emphasizes that being distressed over small things is detrimental to discipline. When working toward a goal, allowing external thoughts and anxieties to derail you is counterproductive. In these circumstances, Marcus Aurelius suggests applying Epictetus's dichotomy of control. Strengthen yourself by identifying what is within your control and what is outside of it. By embracing and accepting what is out of your control, you will experience peace of mind. The next time you feel distressed and distracted, evaluate whether the problem in your life is within your capacity for action. If you can do something about it, deal with it without worrying. If there is nothing you can do, also free yourself from worry. Focus on what you can control and find strength in that clarity. In the sixth place, Marcus Aurelius warns us against playing the role of victim. In his words, he urges you to do the job without complaining, challenging typical excuses like, "That's how I was born," or "My parents set a bad example." Marcus Aurelius debunks these common justifications that people use to stay in their situation instead of striving to improve. The key is to take responsibility, as the "why me" mentality acts as an obstacle to mental toughness. You may not be to blame for certain circumstances, but your ability to determine what is within your control and take action is crucial. Instead of resorting to self-pity, you should train yourself to frame situations in ways that empower you. Although blaming others is easier when something goes wrong, only those with mental strength can step forward even when it is not their fault, right the ship, and take action. Be the person who intervenes instead of the one who avoids responsibilities. When you victimize yourself, you relinquish control and absolve yourself of responsibility, making meaningful progress an impossible task. Seventh, Marcus Aurelius urges us to practice delayed gratification, reminding us that we are born to feel good through our actions, not simply experiencing them. The emperor compares our resistance to carrying out our human tasks with the dedication of the plants, birds, ants, spiders, and bees that order the world. Why are we not willing to do our job as human beings, fulfilling our nature? Delayed gratification involves the ability to wait to get what you want. To illustrate, imagine a company Christmas party with tempting dishes when you're trying to lose weight. If you resist the temptation and choose healthier options, you could reap an even greater reward in the future by shedding those unwanted pounds and fitting into your favorite jeans. The ability to resist instant gratification and stick to our goals is known as self-discipline, where we put off what we want now in search of something else, something better, later. In the eighth point, Marcus Aurelius advises us to ignore the detractors. When others blame you, hate you, or express criticism, the emperor suggests looking beyond them and understanding the nature of those people. He recognizes that you should not allow anxiety to take over you because of his opinions of you. Every time you step outside the norm and claim, even if only to yourself, that you have a special purpose in life and you will achieve it, you will attract detractors. Detractors are those who criticize, object, or oppose something. They love to say no and may love you, but they fear progress, so they oppose everything and all your opinions. Marcus Aurelius warns that these detractors are detrimental to your self-discipline. It is essential to realize that getting upset about the opinion of someone you don't know or respect is as pointless as getting upset about the weather. Don't waste your energy on voices that don't deserve to be heard. Keep your cool and actively seek honest feedback from those you respect. If someone has a history of being a naysayer, just ignore them. In the 9th point, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to look for wise people to emulate. The emperor suggests that even socializing with individuals of good character can serve as a model for shaping our own lives. Whether choosing someone alive or from the past, it is time to look for answers that strengthen our self-discipline. Let's focus specifically on identifying role models. Our role models can be friends, family, or colleagues who have already achieved goals similar to those we pursue. Let's ask ourselves, who is currently achieving what we want? Who has been successful in this goal? Who has successfully mastered this habit? And who demonstrates the self-discipline necessary in this area? Let's learn from these people. Let's take the time to ask them how they disciplined themselves and carried out specific actions to get the desired results. Let's use their experience to strengthen our own self-discipline along our personal journey. In the 10th point, Marcus Aurelius urges us to conduct an honest daily review. According to the emperor, the characteristics of the rational soul include self-awareness, self-examination, and self-determination, where each one reaps his own harvest and achieves his own purpose. One of the most effective ways to cultivate discipline is to scrutinize ourselves, being brutally honest and connecting with our subconscious. Practicing consistent nightly retrospections allows us to be more mindful every step of the day, actively gathering information to constructively answer key questions. Let's ask ourselves what we did right, where our discipline and self-control were tested, where we acted positively, and what mistakes we made. Let's look at why certain events occurred and how we can improve. Now we know how to improve for the next day, but let's remember to follow Seneca's advice: forgive yourself and have a little self-compassion. Research supports that forgiving ourselves rather than punishing ourselves prevents procrastination and prevents us from being overly critical. Let's reflect on what we did well to repeat it tomorrow and be grateful for the positive things that happened today. If you find this content valuable, be sure to explore our Stoicism playlist to find more videos to help you achieve success and happiness. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for your attention.